Alrighty, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this video because I'm not doing any props or anything, so it may be just me, my voiceover. I might just put my actual project that I've been working on in front of me so then you can at least have something to look at instead of just my lovely voice. Anyways, so in my game, I am looking at an MMO, more of MMO instead of an MMORPG. I'm not very fond of too many RPGs because they kind of get very repetitive. But a game that is system is similar to many of the popular ones, I would be basing it off of Elder Scrolls Online, off of GTA Online, off of I always think I wrote the game down. I can't even think of what it's called. Mass Effect. Um, Mainly when it comes to Mass Effect, not their online. I don't believe it has an online game. I never played the game, but I know that it has a good and evil system like Fallout 76. Not so much its actual online aspect, but more of the RPG aspect of it. It would be based on a few other games that I have done research on. Um, Knights of the Old Republic, Fable, stuff like that. I would like to say the game is more focused on making it more world interactive so that the player can feel like it's a different style of game because MMORPGs and MMOs have not really changed much in their upcoming other than maybe their storyline and some of that, but the general down of like economics, PvP, questing, banking, that kind of stuff. It seems very similar with minor differences. I want mine to stand out as being a game that welcomes people to do stupid things, welcomes people to make decisions. And there are things that you could do, like the good and evil system, which has been overused on a lot of games, but it works. That's why it's overused. Where your actions will determine on whether or not you are successful in that quest. Like if you're evil, there will be tasks and NPCs that you can't interact with. Um, if you are a cheater, instead of banning cheaters or kicking them out or doing stuff like that. Now there will be things that people will be bannable, like harassment, messaging people, threatening people IRL, or genuinely stealing, like taking said product and selling it for profit. Stuff like that will be bannable, um, or given warnings depending on the severity of whatever they do. But I like to think that there's things like cheating, just using bots to grind, um, taking advantage of the PvP system, where a player will try to antagonate people and will attack people and then try to use the GTA style where they will go invisible so they can't be attacked back. And the AI system will pay attention to how many people do that frequently. And after a few times of doing that, there will be you'll get a little name marker next to your character's name, a little symbol or something or a title. And there'll also be like so that people don't do that once or twice, they will have a time limit, like a 2-hour time limit. If a person is a cheater, they use cheats from systems outside instead of banning them. Um, they'll just get the title of cheater. NPCs will treat them different. They'll get less rewards from the NPC. It will have a time limit based on how many times they do that, and that name can be set permanently if they considerably do it often. Um, Also, things like if people take advantage of griefing or other stuff, they will trolling, harassing. That's the kind of stuff, unless it goes personal or DMs or there's certain amount of things will that be the AI system and um, the monitors will be paying attention to that, make sure that stuff doesn't get too out of hand. But for the most part, you'll get a name. The NPCs will treat you different. There will be tasks you can't do. There will be places you cannot go without being killed. It will not be fun for those people who do stuff like that, and maybe hopefully they'll will learn from that. In time, like if it's your first offense or your second offense, you can pay off the bounties and stuff. But there will also be like someone's harassing you, you can call a hit on them, where either another player or an NPC can go after that harasser and kill them. Um, I know that I want them to not have a marker, so they can't find their quest by looking at a marker on their map or anything, which they won't really have a map. They'll have to build a map, kind of like Arc system does. You build a map, it'll be there until you switch characters. Um, but it'll be like a hand-drawn map on a piece of paper. It won't be something you could draw up. You'll have to be able to use your navigations. You'll have a compass. You'll have a map. You'll be able to use your skills. Um, Characters will have repeatable dialogue where you can ask them a question, say they give you some information, and you need to look at. You can also choose to write that stuff down on paper or have a system where it will store for a certain period of time information that quest giver gives you, say 24 hours IRL, um, in play. It will not, if you go offline, it will not, that time limit will stop. Anything that has a time limit will stop the moment you go offline. I think that will leave it open up to chances that the player can actually um, not lose that information and still be able to come back whenever they want to and pick up where they left. But I don't want to have it um, too long because I don't want this to be a hand holding MMO because that's not fair. I feel like that's one of the things that it treats all game players like this is the first time they played a game. Most times, yeah, there are some children who have, but it's not fair to other players because it just becomes too easy and becomes boring. I know that too difficult will also become frustrating, but that's where fighting and always looking over your shoulder um, will make it a lot more challenging for those who need that challenge. So this is my game idea. There would be a lot more into it.